Dr. Kim here. All right, let's check on the stew that I'm making today. You can go back and watch the video that I made earlier of the making of this stew. And now I'm gonna add onions to it. Here you go. I just cut ahead a giant onion over here. That's too much onion for me to go in there. But I'm gonna put this right here that I chopped up, put that in the stew. That will add definite taste to the stew. That red onion does something to it. Just makes it taste better. It helps to season the stew. All right. Stir that in there real good. I'm gonna let that continue to simmer on low heat. And I'm telling you, this evening we're gonna have us a great tasting stew. All right, for those who haven't watched the other videos or not a part of the viewing, I'll tell you what I have in there. I have a can of veggie oil, a can of corn. There's a can of white potatoes. You can buy white potatoes now. It's already sliced, and then you dice them up. Of course, you want to make them smaller. You don't want to put them in at that size. It's fairly large sliced potatoes, so you cut them up and to put them in there. My mom used to say, smaller the better. I also add half a cup of sugar, put some lima beans in there. Had some leftover gumbo, put that in there, but in order to tame that, because it was kind of hot, spicy hot. So I added a bottle of Dasani water, and that tamed the spiciness of that gumbo, took some of that sting out of it. I don't like my soup too stingy. I don't like it like that. So that calmed it down. I put a little Swanson beef broth in there as well. This stuff right here, just about maybe a quarter of a cup in there. I did a little cross section of Lowry, so like here and here and here. I made like a little star of Lowry's, and I made a cross of the salt. They don't want too much of that, and that was just about it. Of course, as you just saw, I added the onion to it. And in terms of the meats, I cook out, just some cookout meat. I had some chicken from Memorial Day, barbecue chicken from the grill. I had some sirloin steak that I did on the grill. I chopped all that up. Just, the leftover meat. Some sausages that I made last night, and put all that in the pan. Let me show you what it looks like. I said pan, but the pot here, I'll show you what it looks like. So you can see the sausages, the steak, and the potatoes, the white part right there, the potatoes, the corn, the carrots. The carrots are in the veggie oil. Okay, so that adds taste to it. So that's why it's important to put that veggie oil in there. And I just use for this amount, half a pot. This is a large pot, so to make a half pot of this stew, it's just one can of each of those ingredients, the corn and the beans and the potatoes and so forth and so on. And that makes enough for my family to enjoy this tonight. And then what my wife will do is she'll actually take about half of this and put it in a freezer bag, and she'll freeze it, and we'll eat this stew again some months from now, because she'll freeze it for us, and then we'll take it out of the freezer, and I'm telling you, it'll taste even better. It'll taste even better then. All right, so that's enough. Until the next video, Dr. Kemp here. Peace out.